The stage has been set, and we are ready to go to battle here at Brent Brown Ballpark for the 4A State Championship. The Spanish Fork Dons and the Bountiful Braves. Glad to be with you, everyone. I'm Alan Huff, along with Ryan Pickens. Spanish Fork has had a long road to make it here today. A lot shorter one for Bountiful, Ryan.
Yeah, Bountiful's had a week where they haven't lost a game to a team from the state of Utah since March. Their last loss came yesterday, but other than that, they've been ready to go and they're fresh. And I'm sure right now the head coach for Bountiful is liking the position they're in, only needing to win one today. Spanish Fork, a long road, playing through the bottom part of the bracket, but now today they have to come back and they have to win two today to be crowned the 2014 Class 4A state champions. Yeah,
it's amazing to see the road Spanish Fork has traveled. They lost first game of the week this week. Of course, they won their first two, but after that, you've got to know that Spanish Fork's pitching is depleted. They will go with Tanner Nielsen today. Bountiful's rolling today.
Yeah, and it's a good position. Anytime you're in a double elimination tournament, if you can avoid losing, well, I guess anytime you play sports, you don't want to lose. You want to avoid losing. But, you know, if you can in a double elimination tournament, this puts a lot of stress on a team with one loss because you don't want to, you don't want to have the first thing go wrong, go, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You have to have the mental toughness here to understand that if you make a mistake, you have to move on and forget about it. And it's hard. I mean, you know these kids are excited. It's a state championship. Who would not be excited to play for a state championship?
Clark Stringfellow, the head coach of Bountiful, and Jim Shue Nelson, the head coach of the Spanish Fork Dons, concluding their meeting at home plate. We're glad to be with you today via Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com as the Bountiful Braves take the field. Of course, the Spanish Fork yesterday had to defeat a Mountain Crest team who you had to have believed coming off a loss against Bountiful in a 3-2 fashion. Maybe a little disheartened, but Spanish Fork was ready to go.
Yeah, yesterday, Spanish Fork, they came out, they swung the bats, and they swung them often. It's not very often late in this kind of a tournament you're going to see a team score 16 runs. And, I mean, they came out and they swung the bats well. They're going to need to do that today against Bountiful. A run or two in the top of the first could give Tanner Nielsen a lot of confidence as he heads out in the bottom of the first.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at the Bountiful Braves defensively. Out in left field is Jordan Hayes. The center fielder, Ryan Curtis. Sam Merrill is in right. The infielders as follows: Spencer Gleave at second base. Third base will be Ben Fowers. Fellow catching today, Spencer Gleave. For today's pitcher, Parker D. Pasquale for the Braves. Spanish Fork Dons hitting lineup will go as such. Bennett Bradford to lead it off. Hayes Hall hitting second. Brady Bate third. Brock Nelson will hit fourth. Trevor Perkins fifth. Jade Nielsen will hit sixth. Ryan Golish will hit seventh. Cooper Thorpe eighth. And Nick Roberts will hit in that 9 slot. Tanner Nielsen, the pitcher for Spanish Fork, out of the hitting lineup as Roberts will be the designated hitter. So we're about to get things underway. We want to thank those who are bringing this game to us today, the car guys in Spanish Fork at 872 North Main. 798-0077 is the number you can reach them. They will be bringing our instant replay to you today. And J-Mart Printing, located at 270 North Main. Any format you can think of, talk to Lane Henderson. He'll find a way to get it printed for you. Wedding invitations, banners, business cards, magnets, etc., etc. Let's get it rolling. Bennett Bradford to lead it off for the Dons, who today are in their black jerseyed uniforms, as they and Bountiful share the same colors. Bountiful in red. First pitch, fouled off, 0-1 count. To me, but strike the call. early on in the game, gauging the umpire seems to be almost as important as gauging the other team, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. Every umpire, different strike zone and different things like that. And if you can figure out if it's going to be favorable towards the pitcher or the hitter, that really does favor the pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely. 1-2 the count. Ground ball up the middle, and the Spanish Fort Dons with a leadoff base hit from Bennett Bradford, making an effort at least early to continue what they started yesterday.
I talked about it a little bit watching one of the 5A games last night. Even though you're a well-rested team, you think you kind of have the edge coming in. Sometimes I want to be the team who's played consistently throughout the week. I'm staying fresh, especially when you swung the bats as good. That's something that hitting is contagious, and that's something that should help Spanish Fork today.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove proved that yesterday, and Hayes Hall laces one to left. 2 in a row. Yeah, Pleasant Grove yesterday had to prove that. Beat Diggers of Jordan will play them today for the state championship following this one. Again, this being a double elimination tournament, they don't go the way softball goes where you finish a game and then play 10 minutes later. In this one, we're going to get a game in between if that's what ends up happening, if the Spanish Fort Dons pull it off.
It's an interesting note. The pitcher, Parker D. Pasquale, actually pitched in Bountiful's win over Skyline the other night.
Yeah, he's their number one. And he's had plenty of success, obviously, being the number one pitcher for Bountiful, but 3 days rest, sometimes it could wear on an arm, but usually not too bad when we're talking about kids at a high school level with the condition these kids are in. Brady Bate, the hitter for the Spanish Fort Dons, the hero yesterday, threw a no-hitter, hit 2 home runs. Not a bad day for the number 4 pitcher. As he pops one up, should be playable for the catcher. And making the play is Mason Jones.
A sky-high pop-up on a day like today where we have an overcast cloud. Sometimes it's easy to get that ball kind of lost in the clouds. A great job there by Mason Jones of sticking with that one.
So the first out of the ball game for Spanish Fork at the dish. Again, the Dons with 2 on. There's a base hit. The Dons will try to wave Bennett Bradford home. There's going to be a play there, no. And Bennett Bradford, the first run for the Spanish Fort Dons on an RBI single from Brock Nelson. The gap between short and third. Trevor Perkins, a hitter.
Not a ball extremely hit hard there off the bat of Brock Nelson, but a ball that just finds the gap. And we've seen that a lot throughout the tournament where balls haven't been hit hard, but they've just found the right spots.
Yeah, they've seen a lot of that. Not a lot of power hitters, it seems like, in this tournament as we've seen in years past, but good solid hitting I've seen a lot of too. Trevor Perkins, the hitter. 2 on, still up first and second. Hayes Hall is at second base. Brock Nelson at first. 1-1 the count to Perkins. Curveball and another one. Hayes Hall is going to be held. The Dons, not extra base hitting. The Braves, man, are they making some contact here in the first.
And quickly, we're going to get a visit to the mound here. Probably just going out. I mean, Parker D. Pasquale, state championship game, probably a little bit of nerves, but the hit Spanish Fork is getting, they're getting the nice part of the bat, the end of the barrel out on it, and they're making solid contact. And, I mean, that's could be a sign for trouble here early on for Bountiful.
Spanish Fork enjoying what they're seeing so far as Jade Nielsen will come to the plate. He's been nothing shy of solid for the Dons in the batter's box during this tournament. Yesterday went 3 for 4. with one of those reaching on an error. So he was aboard every time he was up, had an RBI and 3 runs scored, at least in his wake, as he is a catcher for Spanish.
Now batting the catcher.
So Nielsen with an opportunity to really get the Dons ahead here early with the bases loaded, 1 away. Fastball from DePasquale misses. A little bit cooler today with this cloud cover we have. I think I dressed a little thin for maybe what I should have. At least a pair of pants would have helped, huh, Ryan?
Yeah, definitely. Not supposed to warm up later throughout the day, but right now it's quite cool at the ballpark.
And a lot of hoodies out. Not much of a threat to do anything to cause any interruptions in any ball games as far as rain's concerned, so we should have a decent day of baseball ahead. 3-0. Walked him on 4, and the Dons scored. As you mentioned, Ryan, this is not the start Bountiful wanted or needed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you do accredit probably a little bit to nerves, but at the same time, nerves is only going to take you so far. You don't want to necessarily get down and give a team like Spanish Fork any momentum if you do have to play a second game. And we're going to quickly get action up in the Bountiful bullpen.
Dallin Hale, no, excuse me, it's going to be Dakota Lunt will be warming up in the bullpen for the Braves. 2-0 Spanish Fork. Top of the first, 1 down. Ryan Golish, the hitter. Bases jammed, misses for ball 1. Does DePasquale. (1-0). Misses again. 2-0. It's 6 straight balls thrown. The lone out from Spanish Fork. Popped up foul ball by Brady Bate. Getting aggressive there is Golish. Fouls it off. Cooper Thorpe waiting on deck for the Dons. Golish, number 7 hitter in the Dons lineup. Two-one offering. Curveball popped up. Should be shallow enough that runners will stay. And they do. Second baseman for the Braves, Spencer Gleave, making the play. Cooper Thorpe to the dish. Dons with an early 2-0 lead off 4 hits so far. Nothing more than leaving the bases jammed here.
Yeah, big out here coming if Parker DePasquale can find a way to get Thorpe and get out of this inning.
1-0 the count. Pitch. Hits a corner for strike. 1-1. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, fooled him with the off speed.
DePasquale there just changes the speeds. You could tell Thorpe was thinking fastball. DePasquale's throwing mostly fastballs tonight, so a good thinking by Thorpe there, and DePasquale just chose the right pitch to come with the breaking ball.
1-2 the count. DePasquale steps off. 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss, striking out Cooper Thorpe. But the Dons do some damage in the first inning as they hold a 2-0 lead over the Bountiful Braves. It'll give us an opportunity now to look at Spanish Fork defensively. The outfielders, Trevor Perkins in left, Bennett Bradford in center, Brady Bate in right. The infielders, At third base, Ryan Golish. Hayes Hall at second. Cooper Thorpe, or Hayes Hall, excuse me, at short. Cooper Thorpe is at second. Okay, I'll get this figured out. Brock Nelson at first base. You'd think I'd covered the Dons for a little while. Behind the plate, Jade Nielsen for Tanner Nielsen, who is on the mound for the Dons. And Tanner actually on Tuesday went 7 2/3 innings, or excuse me, 5 2/3 innings for Spanish Fork. So we'll see how fresh his arm is as he takes on this Braves offense, who has not posted a ton of runs, although they did get 14 the other day against Box Elder. Sam Merrill will lead it off. Tanner Redding hitting second. Ryan Curtis third. Mason Jones will hit cleanup. Ryan Stringfellow will hit fifth. Parker Di Pasquale hitting sixth. Ben Fowers will hit seventh. Jordan Hayes hitting eighth, and Andrew Nagel will hit ninth. As I mentioned before, Spencer Gleave, the second baseman, is not in the hitting lineup for Bountiful.
The right fielder, number 5, Sam Merrill.
Sam Merrill to the plate, hoping to get some redemption for what happened at the top of inning number 1, as the Dons jumped up to a 2-0 lead right out of the gate. Popped up right side. It should make it out of play and will. Quick 0-2 the count.
And getting ahead of hitters has been so key in this tournament. I don't know how many times throughout the games I've seen in both the 4A and a game last night and the 5A that it's been walks and more walks have got pitchers in trouble.
One to waste there for Nielsen as he tries to get Merrill to chase. And the count 1-2 as we note Spanish Fork won't waste a lot of time between pitches. The Dons of Brian Golish. Interesting to see how they score that. But the Braves lead off man aboard, and they call it an error.
The shortstop, number 1.
But as the Dons work between pitcher and catcher, not a ton of time wasted, as the catcher and pitcher are the only ones who make the decision on the pitch calls. Pitch on the way, misses. To the hitter, Tanner Redding. Bullpen action still occurring for the Braves as Merrill gets a lead. Pitch on the way, fly ball out into right field, charging it as bait. He will make the play for the first out of the game for the Dons. That'll bring up Ryan Curtis. The 3 hitter in the lineup for the Braves, lefty, facing lefty here. Oh, pass ball, and on over to second base, and in scoring position is Sam Merrill. So we're under in scoring position for Bountiful.
The big thing there is that takes out the double play. If Nielsen was able to get a ground ball, it could have ended the inning.
Nielsen has been pretty good at leaving the ball right around the knees and forcing ground balls. So far as I've seen him pitch this year. Dons have proven their depth this year from the pitcher's mound with guys like Brady Bate, Hayes Hall, Tanner Nielsen, let alone their 1 and 2 and Maverick Buffo and Bennett Bradford. Curveball gets away, and another one. Merrill easily to third. So a 3-1 count. Jade Nielsen is going to the dugout. I think he wants a new glove.
Yeah, I think he's going to change out the gloves. I don't know if maybe that's a new one. It's not quite broken in yet where the ball's not staying in or what, but I mean, he's got to figure something out here early on for Spanish Fork.
Yeah, that thing has just been popping out of there. It's like he's got the brought out old trusty again, I guess. 3-1 pitch. Shot in the left field. Base hit and a run scored for the Braves. RBI single for Ryan Curtis. And a 2-1 Spanish Fort Dons lead.
Now batting the catcher.
Mason Jones, the hitter.
Number 18, Mason Jones.
Still bullpen action occurring for Bountiful, with Dakota Lunt. One-0 the count to Jones. Pitch misses off the corner. 2-0.
Something you could see for Bountiful. Maybe early pull Parker D. Pasquale, since he has been kind of off here, pull him and maybe start him in a potential Game 2 situation.
As much as I've mentioned Spanish Fork's pitching depth that they've shown during this tournament, Bountiful has never had to go to a number 3 pitcher so far, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if that does occur, which is, it looks right now, May in the second inning. (3-1). Popped up right side. Nobody will get to that one. In foul ground. Would have been in play, but the plenty of room down the lines in foul ground. A lot of real estate over there, and it's tough for some of these players to get over to them. Go to a lot of these bigger fields, and you're going to find a lot less real estate in foul ground. Is another one fouled off on the right side. The count full with one away. Again, following this one, the Jordan Beat Diggers will be taking on the Pleasant Grove Vikings for the 5A state championship. Under checked and Curtis. (3-2). Popped up again, right side. Cooper Thorpe scampering backwards will make the play. 2 away for the number 5 hitter in the Braves lineup, Ryan Stringfellow.
Playing first base, number 32, Ryan Stringfellow.
Nielsen, after that first at bat where he had started an 0-2 count, he's fallen behind a couple of times here, Ryan.
Yeah, he has, and it's just one of those things. Just get back to doing what you were doing. Get the nerves out, and he's doing well. He's giving up the 1 run, but not exactly. A bad situation to be in right now.
Hey, starting the game off with a lead is certainly a plus for Spanish Fort Dons. As quickly over to first goes Nielsen.
Bountiful's not afraid to run. They've shown in this tournament that they'll try to steal a base, and so Tanner Nielsen very concerned with Ryan Curtis running at first base right here.
Curveball fouled off. Count 1-2. With 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Brady Bate playing really deep in right field, probably deeper than we've seen him play to this point.
He's going to have to give chase to that one. It's in foul ground. He's going to dive. He missed it. Whoa. And he went down hard. Now I had it.
That was a long run there. I was just saying how deep he was playing. When that one popped up, I'm like, I don't think he's going to get there. And he showed me exactly how fast he is there. Made a good diving attempt for it and just kind of popped out of the glove.
Unable to hang on, keeps Stringfellow alive for Bountiful with the runner at first. Coming in on it, wasn't as deep as I thought initially, but this time Brady Bate able to make the play. He'll head to the dugout, patch his wounds, and we'll take a break. Spanish Fork 2, Bountiful 1 on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com. Stick around.
Congratulations, car guys!
Calvin Youd, Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
What time is it? Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
General, so haven't dived into a.
Nick Roberts, Bennett Bradford, and Hayes Hall due up in the second inning, 9-1 and 2. As the Spanish Fort Dons hold a 2-1 lead over the Bountiful Braves, Ryan, that first inning proved to be one where some nerves were definitely shown.
Yeah, and I think definitely as we get, here into the second or third inning, now you've had the inning, you've kind of gotten all those jitters out. I think now once we see players begin to settle down, I think this will turn into a very good ball game. Definitely through the first inning, a close game, and both teams are playing to the caliber in which you would expect the state championship teams to play to.
Di Pasquale still on the mound for the Braves as Roberts shows bunt and fouls it off. For the Dons yesterday, Nick Roberts went 1 for 1 with 6 RBIs. Can you explain that?
Walked a couple of times.
No. 2 sac flies and a grand slam.
There we go. Yeah, that would be a good day.
0-2 quickly. 9-hitter for the Dons, I mentioned, had that day yesterday. Was a solid participant in the Dons' victory over Mountain Crest, who, of course, as I mentioned, had to come off of a demoralizing loss to this Bountiful team that was a 3-2 contest. Grounder up the middle. Can Roberts beat it? Yes, he can, because an error on the play. Shortstop Tanner Redding couldn't haul it in.
It's one of those plays, the ball's hit up the middle. He's trying to worry about getting to the ball and then also worry about getting Roberts, who's hustling down the line. Just one of those plays where even if he fields it cleanly, it's going to be a close play at first, but they will rule that an error.
Bennett Bradford, the hitter, led the game off with a single. So each team with an error. We can talk about nerves of a pitcher all we want. The position players are feeling them as well. As there's a shot right and over the head of the right fielder. And the Spanish Fort Dons are going to hold them up. 2 in scoring position after a double from Bennett Bradford. Nick Roberts had to hold up in case the play was made out in right field by Sam Merrill. Otherwise, the Dons would have most certainly been on the board.
Yeah, good contact there by Bennett Bradford. He hit one deep out to right, and Merrill just gets back there, and he just, I don't know if he just undercut it or misplayed it, but just enough where it went over the glove and rolled to the wall.
Hayes Hall, the hitter for Spanish Fork, singled his first at bat. Has a run scored to his credit as well. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Dons with 5 hits here in the game. Pitch to Hall. Another shot out right field. Should be deep enough to score Roberts and advance Bradford. And it will work. A sac fly for Hayes Hall, and the Dons with an early 3-1 lead.
It's easy in that situation, couple men on, nobody out, try to do too much, but ground ball there up the middle, a fly ball to right gets the run home, and that's the important thing there. Spanish Fork able to play good situational baseball and get the run in.
Brady Bate with an opportunity here for the Dons. Popped one up in his first at bat. With an opportunity, and Bennett Bradford standing at third base with just one away. So another deep fly ball would probably score a run for the Dons. 1-1. Called strike 2. Not to the enjoyment of the Spanish Fork crowd. One-two pitch. Misses outside. DePasquale does a good job at mixing him up. He's not afraid to throw off speed on pitch number 1. He's on their heels as Brady Bate goes down swinging, and as you saw right there. But if the Dons, as aggressive as they've been with the bats early on, can make contact with him, it seems like that's to the benefit of the Spanish Fork to not see as many pitches.
Yeah, I think definitely DePasquale, from what I've seen throughout the week, he likes to throw that first pitch fastball, and so Nelson does there on the first pitch.
He does, but to no avail. Ground out, the run stranded at third base. The Dons post one more in the top of 2. 3-1 Spanish Fork.
Spanish Fork in the top half of the second inning. 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 bound player and 1 runner left on base.
All right.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not a giant robot. Sound of a hydraulic paper cutter. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Hi, this is Paul Drockton with Drockton Boyan, located at 1266 East Center Street in Spanish Fork. I started out as an insurance agent with Farmers Insurance. It's been a while. I have sold life insurance, annuity products, mutual funds, stocks and bonds until one day I realized that I wasn't really giving anything of value to my clients. True value could only be found with precious metals, with gold and silver. To get your gold and silver, all you need to do is visit Drockton Boyan right here in Spanish Fork.
Parker DePasquale, Ben Fowers, Jordan Hayes, DePasquale trying to help his own cause here, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely does as he steps in.
He does. Shot. Left center field. That's going to get in, but the leadoff does. Run.
Batting for third baseman, number 19, Ben Fowers.
Number 25 is Ben Fowers, the hitter for the Braves. Curveball to start, misses for ball one.
You know, interesting situation here for Bountiful, because a lot of times you'll see nobody out, runner on at second base. You'll see a bunt laid down, move that tying run to third. It didn't look like on that first pitch Bountiful was going to do that, though.
Swinging and a miss. They're not showing thus far. Still another strike to work with if they decide to lay down a bunt. But a 1-1 count for Fowers. Pitch misses low from Nielsen. 2-1. Dons with some bullpen action. Looks like Remo Rivera in the bullpen. 2-2 after the Nielsen fastball. It's a pitcher we have not seen in Spanish Fork. A strikeout to Ben Fowers. One away.
Change of speeds there. Nielsen, instead of going with the fastball, comes in, it looks like with a changeup right there, and Fowers expecting the fastball way out in front.
Number 12, Jordan Hayes.
One down, Jordan Hayes, a hitter. Christensen at second base running for Parker DePasquale. And a 1-0 count to Hayes. 3-1 Dons advantage. Here in what the Dons are trying to force a game 2 of the 4A state championship. Bountiful, I'm certain, doesn't want to see that. Swing and a miss. Andrew Nagel waiting on deck as the designated hitter for the Braves. One offering. Another fastball down low. Two 2-1 the count. Pitch, fly ball out to left. Charging in on it as Perkins will make the play. No advance for the runner. 2 down.
Designated hitter, number 12, Nick Robert. Oh, correction. Number 11 is Andrew Nagley.
Andrew Nagley, the hitter. Called strike one. Nielsen starts him off speed. That one gets away in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Misses for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Tanner Nielsen concerned about what's going on at second base. Three-1. Pitch misses for ball 4. So a walk issued, the first walk of the game, thrown by Nielsen. Sam Merrill coming to the plate.
Number 5, Sam Merrill.
Merrill reached on an error and scored. Go ahead, Ryan.
You get back to the top of the Bountiful lineup, sometimes as a pitcher too, and it's been interesting to see Nielsen's taking long looks at second, almost getting more concerned about the runner than the hitter.
Yeah, under a 2-out circumstance. It's not advisable, especially with 3 balls on the board. Nonetheless, starts off Merrill with a strike. On a foul ball. Merrill pops one up first base line. Foul ground. And out of play. 0-2 quickly. Anything hit with 2 down, runners are going to be on their horses, so any single in the field could result in a run.
Perkins, Bradford, and Bate all playing fairly deep, probably deeper than we've typically been seeing them in this game.
Especially for a number 1 hitter. That one foul. Umpire had already called it foul. The Dons fans getting a little excited. Count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 aboard. A chance to waste one, but instead Nielsen goes after the hitter, and a run will score for the Braves on an RBI single from Sam Merrill.
Yeah, I would. I mean, 0-2. I mean, if you have comfort in your fastball and you feel you can get one past Merrill, but yeah, I think I'm going with something a little bit different, and I'm definitely not going with something up in the strike zone.
Yeah.
I'm going something maybe down and away where maybe I catch the corner for a called strike 3, or maybe I get the hitter to chase.
Called strike to the hitter, Tanner Reddy. Bountiful and Spanish Fork in the 2nd inning. Every at-bat, team at-bat per inning has resulted in a run so far. Redding flew to right field his first time up. 1-1. Off speed, misses up high.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, run scoring doesn't mean the 2 starting pitchers aren't pitching well. I mean, it could be a tribute to these 2 teams. Could be just very good hitting ball clubs.
Yeah, we are in the state championship. So anytime you get these, a couple of teams together in a state championship game, I think it's a pretty safe bet there's plenty of talent on the field. 2-2. Curveball misses, full count. Runners will be on their horses upon the pitch being released. Runners go. Missed for ball 4. Bases loaded for the Bountiful Braves. And Jeff Nelson, the assistant head coach of the Dons, out to the mound. Also the pitching coach. Doesn't appear that Spanish Fork is ready to make that pitching change left yet. So let's thank Taco Time for sponsoring today's player of the game. At the location nearest you, we encourage you to go visit Taco Time and try some great Southwest flavors. Car Guys are located at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork, who sponsor the instant replay. 798-0077 is the number where you can reach them. And certainly grateful for those who are participating today.
Center fielder, number 21, Ryan Curtis.
Plenty of drama here early. It's Ryan Curtis to the plate. Single and a run scored. Or, excuse me, an RBI. Came in the first inning. As Nielsen misses up high again. Seems like a lot of the balls here he's throwing are up high.
He's not missing the strike zone by much. It's just been an inch or two here. And right now, that inch or two or that pitch just off the plate making a big difference.
There's one left low, base hit for the Braves out into right. And going down is Brady Bate. 2 runs will score for the Braves as they take a 4-3 lead over the Spanish Fort Dons. 2 RBIs for Ryan Curtis on that single.
Looks like now we will have a pitching change for Spanish Fork.
Remo Rivera coming in for the Dons. We're give him an opportunity. Oh, excuse me, it's not Rivera. It's Matt Creer coming in for Spanish Fork. So he'll warm up, and we'll be back to continue the second inning here on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not Grandma's sewing machine. Here's a hint. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of an offset printer. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. Be pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Matt Creer on to pitch for the Dons. Mason Jones, a hitter for the Braves. Bountiful posting 3 so far here in the second inning as Creer forces a foul ball to Jones. Tanner Nielsen lasting 1 2/3. Three of the 4 runs were earned. 0-2 quickly. As Matt Creer, the right-hander for Spanish Fork. Pitch misses.
A big jump there on that stolen base by Ryan Curtis. He was probably a good halfway to the bag, I think, before Creer even delivered the pitch home.
Yeah, no problems there. Grounder, left side, Hayes Hall gloves it, but no play. Infield single and an RBI for Mason Jones. That far into the gap, Hayes Hall made an awesome stop on it. Probably would have resulted in 2 runs had he not gloved it the way he did.
Yeah, especially out in left with Perkins playing deep. I mean, that ball's not hit very hard. If it gets through, it's probably just going to roll and sit out there in the middle of left field. And so easily scoring would have been Ryan Curtis on that with his good speed.
Fans are up and getting out of the way. We're getting a little bit of a rain shower here. The second I open my mouth and say that we're not going to have any weather issues, it's a good thing I'm not Kevin Eubank, right? 1-2, fouled off. It's mostly the women that are running out of the rain. The guys are sticking through. Don't want to ruin that hair. 1-1 the count. Dons with bullpen action. Once again. Chopper to the middle. Play should be made. Hall to Thorpe. 4 runs posted by the Bountiful Braves here in the second inning as they batted through. Spanish Fork 3, Bountiful 5. We'll be right back.
Congratulations, Car Guys!
Calvin Youd, Randy Brelsford, the Car Guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
What time is it? Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
Dons in the third inning, Trevor Perkins, Jade Nielsen, Ryan Golish, 5, 6, and 7 in the Dons lineup. Perkins with a single to his credit. That came in the first inning. Both teams with 5 hits in this one. The Braves with 2 runs more than Spanish Fork. 5-3 your score. Pitch to Perkins, strike. Dons have sent Bennett Bradford to the bullpen. Coming off an extended rest from his last start. Pitch the
because you don't know, well, do I hold back my best arms for game 2 if we have to play one, or do I play to get the victory here?
Line drive to right for the out. Yeah, there is no tomorrow for Spanish Fork, certainly, so
The catcher, number 5.
I wouldn't be surprised to see chunks of innings of work for different pitchers in this one. As I mentioned before, these are young arms. They're strong. They do a good job at rehabbing their arms after games, I'm certain. But Jade Nielsen, it will result in a flyout. So 2 down quickly as Ryan Golish to the plate. Braves are the home team today.
Number 22, Ryan Golish.
Being the case, Dons have been aggressive at the plate. As mentioned before, Spanish Fork, when facing Deep Pasquale, have not waited very long to swing the bat. Deep Pasquale has not had to work into too many deep counts because the Dons don't want to see too many pitches from him. Anytime they do work into a deep count, it has resulted in a strikeout for Deep Pasquale. 2-0. Fouled off is Ryan Golish, the hitter. Last time flew out second. Two-1. Misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cooper Thorpe waiting on deck for the Dons. Offering a 3-1. Hitter's count turns into a full count.
Golish here should get a good pitch. Typically 3-2 is a fastball count, but with Deep Pasquale, he's been known to go to the breaking ball.
Does it. Misses. Ball 4. went with that breaking pitch. Seems to be confident throwing any pitch at any given time.
Second base, number 1, Cooper Thorpe.
Cooper Thorpe, the hitter.
That's really key for a pitcher to feel confident throwing your pitches, because you don't want to get into a count where you know, okay, I have to throw my fastball here. When you have 2 or 3 other pitches, you know you can throw it. Helps you out a lot.
Getting a jump was goalish. Had to charge back to first base. And the strike pitch to the hitter, Cooper Thorpe. Thorpe's mentioned he struck out his last time and quickly goes down 0-2 in the count. There's that flyover we were waiting for. Oh, 2. Thorpe needs to protect, doesn't, goes down looking. 1 stranded for the Dons, and we head to the bottom of 3. Bountiful 5, Spanish Fork 3.
1 runner left on base.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not a giant robot Terminator. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of a hydraulic paper cutter. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Hi, this is Paul Drockton with Drockton Boyan, located at 1266 East Center Street in Spanish Fork. I started out as an insurance agent with Farmers Insurance. It's been a while. I have sold life insurance, annuity products, mutual funds, stocks and bonds until one day I realized that I wasn't really giving anything of value to my clients. True value could only be found with precious metals, with gold and silver. To get your gold and silver, all you need to do is visit Drockton Boyan right here in Spanish Fork.
Matt Creer on to continue work for Spanish Fork on the mound. Due up, Parker DePasquale, Ben Fowers, Jordan Hayes, 6, 7, and 8.
Pitcher, number 8, Parker DePasquale.
The same part of the lineup up in the bottom of the second to start that 4-run inning for Bountiful. And Creer's first pitch is over for a strike.
In there for strike 2 from Matt Creer. DePasquale started last inning off big for the Braves. Wants to do it again. Again, Jim Nelson, the head coach of the Spanish Fork Dons. Swing and miss for strike 3. Jade Nielsen just lobbed the first for the strikeout. First one for Matt Creer. Has been coaching the Dons since the mid-'80s and finding himself. Wilson has won 6 state championships, the head coach of the Dons, and the winningest coach in high school baseball history in the state of Utah. Gives a lot of credit to his wife, Pat, for all the time he has had to put in, and takes that from a coach who's dedicated. Solid shot, but Cooper Thorpe with a play. Ben Fowers on a 4-3.
Hard hit ball there. I don't know if we've seen a harder hit ball today. Cooper Thorpe, just one of those balls hit right at someone. Cooper Thorpe had to make the tough play there. Credit him, because it was hit low to the ground. If he doesn't feel that cleanly, that bounces up over him. But he fielded that cleanly, made a nice easy throw over to Brock Nelson at first.
That is one of those plays where the defender figures, if I don't glove this thing, I might swallow it. Jordan Hayes, the hitter, quickly 0-2, and Matt Creer is coming out strong for the Spanish Fork Dons here in the third. Again, Spanish Fork does have depth as far as pitchers go, and Matt Creer is making his first appearance on the mound for the Spanish Fork Dons in the state tournament. I believe he saw some action early in the season. Good looking pitch, just off the corner, 1-2. It's one of those ones where you try to make the hitter make the decision there, Ryan.
Yeah, you hope that if he takes that you hit close enough on the corner to get the strike call.
Yeah. Good pitch, didn't work out. Follows that up with another ball, 2-2 the count. To Hayes, who flew to left. Fly ball to center field. Bennett Bradford's fast out there. Good glove, makes the play. So, a 3-up, 3-down inning. The first one we've seen today, defensively for Spanish Fork or for either team. We will head to the fourth. Bountiful 5, Spanish Fork 3 on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not Grandma's sewing machine. Here's a hint. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of an offset printer. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
Bountiful fans enjoying a 5-3 lead by the Braves as we start the fourth inning. Nick Roberts at the plate for the Spanish Fort Dons. Bennett Bradford and Hayes Hall also do. Roberts watches ball one go by, reached on an error and scored in the second inning. All tournament long and all season long. Sneaks one through. Seeing eye single for Nick Roberts.
Get another hit for Spanish Fork that just finds the right gap. I like how Tanner Redding, the shortstop, dives for that one with his back turned toward the outfield, because I was sitting there thinking, even if he makes that play, there's no way he makes that throw to first.
Yeah. Effort can go a long ways, though. At least as far as inspiring a team is concerned behind you. Continually showing effort, and Bennett Bradford, the hitter, who's been nothing shy of solid. Long fly ball to left. Gone! No, is it off the wall? It's off the top of the wall. Another double for Bradford. I thought that was over that yellow striped line over the top of the chain link in left. But it just got stuck. As you see on the replay, right there, just shy of it. Wow.
Yeah, it has to clear the top of that chain link there. I thought it was up over the chain link, up on the field. And then all of a sudden I saw the ball come in. I'm like, oh, I think Bennett Bradford even thought he did. He threw his fist in the air as he rounded first base. He thought it was a homer too.
Well, that didn't quite work out the way that we thought it was going to, but another double for Bennett Bradford. He's got two of them today. Hayes Hall, fly ball, shallow right field, and charging in to make the play is the right fielder, Sam Merrill, and no runners advance. One down. Brady Bate, the hitter, having a rough day so far, 0 for 2, strikeout and a pop-up to the catcher. Had the opposite going on yesterday with 2 home runs. Two in scoring position for Spanish Fork. One down, 7 hits by the Dons.
Ball, you're not going to see many pitchers, especially in high school, that will go to that off-speed pitch on the first. Typically you see first pitch fastball.
And again, Bate unable to hold back and count quickly, 0-2. He's waiting for the fastball, he's just not getting it. Another off-speed curveball in the dirt. This time Bate hangs off of it, count 1-2.
After Bates' day yesterday, D. Pasquale and Bountiful might be purposely staying away from the fastball.
Yeah. Can't imagine after watching. And the Braves stuck around for quite a while after their game against Mountain Crest just to kind of get a beat on who they were getting next. They watched as Brady Bate had a field day yesterday. 2-2. Curveball again, low. Full count.
And it's not like Bates' home runs yesterday were just ones that just got over the wall. He hit the one out to deep left center field that probably went at least 390 to clear it, and cleared it well.
It was a rocket for sure. Payoff here. Curveball got him. 2 down. I don't think he threw a fastball to him in that sequence.
No, I think it was 6 curveballs that he got there, and Bate knew on that last one there, as you could tell, immediately once it went into the glove, he started towards the dugout. He knew that was called strike 3.
4 strikeouts for D. Pasquale to this point as Brock Nelson, the hitter, in cleanup for Spanish Fork. The Dons have had runners at second and third for 2 extra hitters here. As 2 outs. 1 short fly out, a strikeout. Brock Nelson getting overly aggressive and an 0-2 count. D. Pasquale may just want to stick with that off speed because the Dons have not been able to touch that pitch. Plenty of room to work. Another curveball this time, fought off by Nelson. Oh, 2 the count, 2 down. And again, runners at 2 and 3.
Brock Nelson here can just wait just a little bit longer on a pitch. A big hole out in right center field. If he could line one out there, just wait a little bit on a pitch.
Pitch upstairs on a fastball. I don't know if that fastball only got away from D. Pasquale because he forgot how to throw one for as long as he was out there throwing those curveballs. Brock with his toe pointed towards right field. He's kind of got a inside square up on his stance. Ball fumbled at short. A run scores on the error by Redding. And the Dons inning stays alive. Should have concluded there. Nelson not the quickest on the field for Spanish Fort, but now runners on the corners with 2 down. And a 1-run deficit. Redding may have been affected a little bit by Bennett Bradford coming across, but shouldn't have been that big of a factor as it was close enough to second.
Just enough time, though, for Redding to lose just the side of the baseball, but it was in his glove. That was kind of the thing in which I would say with that.
Trevor Perkins, a hitter. He singled and lined out to right field.
He's had some good swings the last couple of days. A good hitter to have up here for Spanish Fork with that tying run 90 feet away.
Yeah, curveball strike there to Perkins. 2 errors committed in the game by Bountiful, 1 by Spanish. 2-1 pitch. Just misses for ball 2. Pitch, curveball, oh, right back at the pitcher, and what a snag by DePasquale, maybe catching that ball to only save his own hide. Whoa.
That ball was hit very hard. We're going to see here on the replay, right back at DePasquale.
Oh.
And then if he didn't get that glove up, that would have got him right in square in the head. A great play by Parker DePasquale.
In the dugout to calm the nerves after something like that. Wow. 3.5 complete. Braves 5, Dons 4. We'll be right back.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Congratulations, car guys! Calvin Youd, Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Self-preservation. Name of the game sometimes. Parker DePasquale just showed us what that was. Andrew Nagley will lead it off for the Braves, a 9-hitter. Sam Merrill and Tanner Redding also due up, as Matt Creer continues to work for the mound for Spanish Fork. Had a 3-up, 3-down inning last inning. Quickly puts Nagley at an 0-2 count. Nagley walked in his first at bat and scored. Fly ball to center. Routine for Bradford, and the out made. A little bit of a breeze blowing from the west, but not enough to really affect anything that's going to happen on the field as far as moving the ball at all, I don't think, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit, but not enough to make.
Eye on that flag in center. It's fairly still out there. Ground ball, Cooper Thorpe swallows it up, goes to first. Matt Creer recording Dons from the mound.
He's come in, he's given them some consistency, kept hitters off the base pass for Bountiful. And I mean, you look at it, you're down 1 run and there's still 3 innings left. You still have 3 at-bats, plenty of time for Spanish Fork.
Creer, a junior for Spanish Fork, delivers a first pitch strike to Tanner Redding. And another grounder, charging it this time and gloving it is Thorpe. Nice play. Cooper Thorpe doing it defensively for Spanish Fork in a quick 4th inning for Bountiful. 5-4 Braves with the lead as we head to the 5th here on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com. Please stick around.
What time is it? Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time. Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not a giant robot Terminator. Only an experienced It's the hydraulic paper cutter. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Well, Ryan Pickens, the second I open my mouth and say that there's not a wind that could really do any effect to what's going on the field, what's going on now?
Now the wind's picking up, and, 0 for 2 today when it comes to weather predictions today.
I'm telling you, I'm no good. Fly out for Jade Nielsen to lead it off for the Dons. Pops it up to first base. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ryan Golish, a hitter.
But in your favor, the wind is something that will change, so we can wait another 5 minutes. It will be nice and calm again. So
don't say that. We could end up with a hurricane if we talk too much. Strike the call to Ryan Golish. He's walked and popped up to second. Maybe you're just a better weatherman than I. Hopefully. A little dark out to the west.
Yeah, it looks like there's a storm kind of making its way in. Hopefully it can stave off until this one gets complete.
Hopefully it can stave off altogether. There's supposed to be games here potentially all day if needed, as the Dons are hoping to force a game 2. Pleasant Grove will be taking on Jordan here at Brent Brown Ballpark, as Pleasant Grove hopes to stave off elimination in that first game. 2-2 the count. If the Dons are to win this ball game, as Golish goes down swinging, the Dons avoid elimination, and the next game will be held at 5 o'clock. So that should allow individuals who can't make it to this one some time to get here, hopefully, if that happens to be the case. Cooper Thorpe, the hitter. Cooper's had a rough day. 2 strikeouts. Watches strike 1 go by. DePasquale delivers strike 2 on a foul ball as the count goes to 0-2. Pitch in the dirt. Dons have yet to go 3 up, 3 down in this one. But in danger now, 2-2 the count now to Cooper Thorpe.
Been impressed with Thorpe as he's been down in the count throughout the tournament. 0-2, he always seems to work his way back.
Wow. Striking out for his 3rd time today. Not the kind of afternoon. It still might be morning. Right around the noon hour that Thorpe was hoping for. We will head to the bottom of 5. Braves 5, Dons 4.
Hi, this is Paul Drockton with Drockton Boyan, located at 1266 East Center Street in Spanish Fork. I started out as an insurance agent with Farmers Insurance. It's been a while. I have sold life. It could only be found with precious metals, with gold and silver. To get your gold and silver, all you need to do is visit Drockton Boyan right here in Spanish Fork.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not Grandma's sewing machine. Here's a hint. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of an offset printer. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Ryan Curtis, the hitter for the Bountiful Braves, who are holding a 5-4 lead over the Spanish Fork Dons, have not had much luck against Matt Creer, the pitcher of Spanish Fork, since he has entered the game. Did have a single off of him, Tanner Nielsen. But a solid shot. Home run for the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Ryan Curtis. Turns on it.
That's one of those off the bat, you know it's going to go a long ways. I'm not sure where that ended up, but there's a road that kind of connects the front part of the university with the back part that sits right there. I almost want to say that probably cleared the road.
Yeah,
easily.
That was a shot. And Brady Bate, he watched. He took a couple of steps towards that fence, and then the way that thing was hit, it was a rocket. He just gave up on it early because he knew that one didn't have a shot. 6-4 Bountiful. Pitch on the way, in the dirt. The Dons have had success, though. The other night in the game, I think you were doing it, Ryan, when the Dons faced a 4-0 deficit to come back and win.
Yeah, I mean, throughout this tournament, we have seen teams be behind late. I mean, I've just come to the point where the game's not over until the umpire says outnumbered 3 in the 7th.
Yeah. And a walk issued by Mason Jones, and the Dons fans not satisfied. I don't think Jones was expecting that one to be called a ball, but he will get a speed up runner. And number 7, Sam Perry.
Saw Perry a couple times against Skyline the other night come across to score, and Ryan Stringfellow coming to the plate.
Hitter Ryan Stringfellow. I'm looking at Doppler here, showing potential for showers right over the top of us. We're not seeing much in the way of it. It looks like the stronger rains are a little south of here. Hopefully they'll stay off for the entirety of the afternoon. 0-1 the count to Stringfellow after a foul ball. Lays it, shows bunt, tries to lay it down, fouls it off. 0-2.
You can hear that wind picking up, and I just felt the raindrop where I'm sitting here.
Yeah, we have seen the wind pick up. It seems like it's blowing more out of or in from right field, which makes that home run by Ryan Curtis even that much more impressive, although it is pretty short over the 312 sign. But a solid shot nonetheless on that home run. Runner at first, nobody out. 2-2 count. Make it full. My assumption would be that the Dons, if needs be, going to the bullpen. With nobody in there right now, it looks like Bennett Bradford would probably be their option. Fouled off.
Yeah, he's warming up. I think it was in the 4th inning down there. And probably easy for him at this point. Obviously playing in center field, he can't be warming up now. So have him warm up in between innings would be my guess.
Yeah. 3-2 the count with nobody out. Creer steps off. Ball 4. Second walk issued. Not the inning Creer was hoping for, as he looks over to the Dons dugout. And White's Nelson out of the mound. Bennett Bradford will come in. Just as I can predict pitching changes, right, Ryan?
There you go. You know, that's good. We all have those talents and skills in life, and you know, pitching changes will do you well in this business.
Yeah, they
right?
will. I'm going to be one rich man one day. 6-4 the lead for the Braves here in the the bottom of the 5th inning as the Dons make a pitching change. We'll be right back.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Congratulations, car guys! Company out Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Bennett Bradford on the mound for the Spanish Fort Dons. Nick Roberts goes to right. Out in center, Brady Bate.
Number 23, Bennett Bradford. Nick Roberts, the DH, comes into the game and will play.
So with
right
Bate in center field, Roberts in right, Bradford on the mound. And Bradford, not a ton of rest in between games. Played last through Wednesday against the Salem Hills Skyhawks and went the distance and throws a first pitch strike. As the Dons in desperate need now with nobody out, 2 aboard, of closing down Bountiful. 0-2 quickly. Bountiful, the number 1 team out of Region 6. The Dons, the number 1 team out of Region 8. Seems appropriate that these two would find one another. Fouled off. 0-2. It was interesting to me, Ryan, looking at the brackets on Tuesday. Everyone in the winner's bracket was a number 1 seed out of their region.
Made for a really good day of baseball. You saw conference champions collide.
Yeah.
Or I guess region champions collide.
Yeah. Well, Bennett Bradford strikes out Parker DePasquale, who had
playing third base, number 19.
been looking to help himself out a little bit. Ben Fowler's entered. 0 for 2 today as he watches strike 1 go by from Bradford. No bullpen action for Bountiful, as it seems like DePasquale had that rough first inning, has slowly worked his way back into condition. Ground ball, and Nelson just has to take it himself. It took a high hop, not much of an opportunity to make a play elsewhere. But at runner's advance, 2 down.
You could have tried to make the throw to second, but it would have been risky, and I think Brock Nelson made the right move there. You could tell he looked, thought about it, decided, no, not worth it. Let's just take the 1 out here.
Get the 1 out, face the number 8 hitter in Jordan Hayes, who has gone 0 for 2. Flown out twice. And another, Hayes Hall makes a play. Bennett Bradford comes in and shuts down the Bountiful Braves with 2 aboard and no out. Let's head to the 6th inning. The Dons 4, the Bountiful Braves 6. Here on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Spanish Fork 4.
What time is it? Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time. Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not a giant robot Terminator. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of a hydraulic paper cutter. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Nick Roberts lead in the 6th inning with Bennett Bradford and Hayes Hall to follow. Some people dressed for the occasions. Ryan Pickens and myself not dressed for the occasion is again Nick Roberts aboard to lead off an inning. And anytime Nick Roberts has led an inning off, which has happened 3 times in this game, he has scored.
Yeah,
another error.
And not just that, you want to get the top of your lineup up. You get Bennett Bradford, who's been on all 3 times, and here in the later innings, you have an opportunity to get those guys up and then work into the middle part of your lineup. It's a good sign for Spanish Fork.
Capitalize, capitalize is the name of the game. Let's see if the Dons can do it here as we near the end of an incredible ball game to this point. Fly out. 1 down. The first time Bradford's been out today on a fly out right. 1 down. Hayes Hall the hitter. Single to his credit today and 2 right field fly outs as well. Seems like Di Pasquale, even though he's not an overpowering pitcher, the Dons fooled enough on those off-speed pitches. The Dons have a tendency to force the ball to the right side of the field as it happens again. Hayes Hall fly out to right field. 2 down. Brady Bate the hitter.
3rd time tonight that Hayes Hall has hit that, or I guess this afternoon. 3rd time he's flown out to right. And so Spanish Fork must just be getting behind it just enough not to catch up with it or get around early. They're hitting everything to the right side.
Yeah, everything's just been pushed. They're, I think, waiting for an off-speed to pull. And there's enough difference between his off-speed and fastball that the Dons are extremely late on a fastball. Swing and a miss by Brady Bate, who's looking to recover from 2 straight strikeouts and a pop-up. He's 0 for 3 today. 0-1 the count. Di Pasquale on the mound, fighting his way through this contest on little rest. And an 0-2 count to Brady Bate. Oh-2 pitch. Fastball up high. Nick Roberts steals second. Nice jump by Roberts. Beat the throw fairly easily.
Now at 2 outs, you put 1 runner in scoring position. The Bountiful outfield playing deeper. We've seen both outfields play deep today. And so on a base hit here with Robert's speed, he should score, and no one's going to really play close to second in this situation.
Center and right have seemed to hug in a little bit more with that wind that's blowing in from the south. 1-2. Another pop-up down the right side. 1 left aboard by the Spanish Fork Dons. They trail Bountiful 6-4.
There were no runs, no hits, 1 bound player, 1 runner left on base.
Hi, this is Paul Drockton with Drockton Boyan, located at 1266 East Center Street in Spanish Fork. I started out as an insurance agent with Farmers Insurance. It's been a while. I have sold life insurance, annuity products, mutual funds, stocks and bonds until one day I realized that I wasn't really giving anything of value to my clients. True value could only be found with precious metals, with gold and silver. To get your gold and silver, all you need to do is visit Drockton Boyan right here in Spanish Fork.
Can you guess this sound effect? No, it's not Grandma's sewing machine. Here's a hint. Only an experienced printing company makes this sound. It's the sound of an offset printer. Whether you need large quantities or small, it sounds like you need J-Mart.
Bennett Bradford here in the 6th inning. We'll face 9-1-2 in the lineup for the Bountiful Braves. Andrew Neagley, Sam Merrill, and Tanner Redding.
Hitter number 11, Andrew Neagley.
This is kind of a weird look. I'm looking at Doppler radar, and all of these storms seem to be coming from the southwest, or the southeast.
Huh.
The way that the motion is going here. Either it's on rewind mode, I don't know. Could be a benefit. Bennett Bradford continuing on, recording the strikeout. They say it hit the ground. Makes a play anyhow. Second strikeout for Bradford. One down. Sam Merrill, the hitter. Singled and reached on an error. Hayes Hall charges across the diamond to make the play. Bennett Bradford doesn't have exactly what I'd consider to be a high pitch count for as many hitters as he's faced.
Yeah, he's done really well. 2 pitches, 3 pitches, 2 pitches, 1, 4, and 1.
Yeah.
I mean, not too bad at all. 11 or 12 pitches to get through these 2 innings so far.
Throws a strike to start off the hitter, Tanner Redding. Redding with a walk, a run scored. Fly out and the ground out. 0 for 2 on the day. 1-1 the count. Curveball misses. Following this contest, Jordan and Pleasant Grove will take on one another. If you're tuning in via stream on KSL.com or DeseretNews.com, as a single by Tanner Redding.
That should be a good one at the 5A level. Both teams, Pleasant Grove's been pretty resilient. They can swing the bat, and Jordan has a lot of talent on that team. It should be a good one. That coming up, scheduled to be 1:30.
It's a 1:30 start for that one, and if there is a game 2 in this matchup, that would begin at 5. And then if 5A was to force, they would begin at 8. Could be a long day at the park. Curtis yet to see a pitch. Ryan Curtis homered his last time up on a solo shot to right. Nelson gloves it. He'll take it alone. One more shot for the Spanish Fort Dons as we head to the 7th inning. 6-4 Bountiful with the lead.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Parker De Pasquale has been nothing shy of impressive. Had a tumultuous first inning, giving up 4 hits, walked a guy, gave up 2 runs. since then has been pretty solid. He's only allowed 2 extra runs throughout the entirety of the game when it looked as though Bountiful could have made even a bigger mistake in pulling him early.
Yeah, really, they had the action going in their bullpen, and they decided to stick with him, and he's answered the call really well. And we talked about it, probably just nerves or something like that. And, Bountiful's head coach, Coach Stringfellow, he knows his team, and he knows exactly who to put out there in this kind of situation.
Top of the 7th, speaking of nerves. They've got to be existent now, don't they? The Dons with one more chance to continue on and force a game 2 this afternoon. Trailing by 2. Rock Nelson down 0-2 in the count. Trevor Perkins and Jade Nielsen also due up in the 7th inning here.
Spanish Fork has a part of their lineup coming up, which guys have gotten on base, which is good. That's exactly what you need right now. You don't need to tie this game with one swing of the bat. You just need base runners.
Yeah. Patience there. Brock leaves it alone. 1-2. We want to thank sponsors today. J-Mart Printing, located at 270 North Main in Spanish Fork. Lane Henderson and his staff can print almost anything in any format. Called strike 3. The Dons fans not satisfied. That'll bring up Trevor Perkins. We encourage you to visit J-Mart Printing. Magnets, calendars, posters, business cards, letterhead, whatever you need, they'll print it. Trevor Perkins. Perkins has singled and lined out twice. It's not a Spanish Fork fan favorite here in the 7th inning. That one low. Car guys are located at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. 798-0077 is the number where you could reach them. Talk to Randy Brailsford and Calvin Yowd. They're ready to make a great deal to you on a nearly new automobile. Most are still under factory warranty. 2-1 pitch. One more, and Bountiful will celebrate. And Ryan, as much as we're going to celebrate the state champs as we do, finishing second, the road that Spanish Fork has had to travel finishing second is not that disappointing.
No, and that's the thing, and it's going to leave obviously a bitter taste in your mouth if you're Spanish Fork, but still, you have to think about the good things in which you've accomplished. You played through a tough bottom part of the bracket. You had to play some tough teams down there, and you were able to play through it and make the state championship.
Ground ball to short. Play. Redding to first, and the Bountiful Braves are the 4A state champions. Celebration ensues on the pitcher mound as the Braves are going to be crowned 4A state champions 2014. Obviously, things are about to change for the Spanish Fork Dons as they're pictured there. Jim Nelson, longtime head coach, has announced retirement. Tough way for him to go out, but to get here in itself was impressive enough to me as an individual.
You never want to lose. You never want to lose a game, much less the state championship. But when you do look back on the season in which Spanish Fork has had, and the games in which they've played, to make a state championship is still a memory. How many of these guys are going to have the opportunity to play for a state championship again? The seniors, they're going to go on to college, and if they continue their athletic careers, that's great. But you're never going to have the opportunity to play for a state championship again. And to go there with a group of guys in which you play with year-round, which you've played with since grade school, that's a special moment, I'm sure, for all of those guys. And a great moment here as they'll go get ready to shake Bountiful's hands. a great moment and a great game and great accomplishments for Spanish Fork this year.
Yeah, certainly pulling off some big wins, and I have covered the Dons for now 13 years. And watching the Dons as they've gone through ups and downs over those 13 years and seeing how this team has become such a staple in the state of Utah as far as baseball is concerned. The Dons were ranked number 1 basically all season in 4A. Bountiful never really was considered in the top 4 or 5 teams in the state of Utah, although they did win their region championship. To be crowned state champions, and deservedly so.
I mean, anytime you make a run at a state championship and you look at the depth and the run that Bountiful went on, haven't lost a game, they didn't lose a game since like March against a team from the state of Utah when they lost to Maple Mountain back on like March 22nd. When you go on a run like that, that's an impressive run, and they played well in this tournament. They got things done when they needed to, and not everything came easy. They stood in and fought.
As the trophy